please welcome. We'll start today's class into child's pose. So take the knees nice and wide, really to the edges of the mat today, nice and wide. Big toes are together to touch, and then come to rest, but quite in a restful, relaxed kind of way. And so just start maybe with the hands underneath your head, or kind of arms beside you, whatever is most comfortable for you at this moment. More than anything, just no specific need straight away to reach the arms forward and make this really engaging. So just a few breaths to collect ourselves and just notice, where is it tight, where is it tense, because we are human beings and we carry tightness and tension. So just seeing where you can soften. You might take that little rocking from side to side, can be so helpful to calm and soften within the body. And that translates directly to our nervous system as well. Lengthening and deepening the breath now, trying to inhale and exhale through the nose. But see if you can send the breath all the way into the belly. And once your hips have now kind of settled down, and if there is an opportunity for you to stretch the arms forward, then begin to do that now. So really reach and stretch. Those hands like you're already in downward facing dog. Forehead touches down. Feel that length come immediately into the lower back. And 3 more big breaths here before we insert another movement as well to this. And so whenever we flow, there's a lot of arm work. So we get nice and warm by doing some tricep push-ups from our child's pose, which simply means that you stretch these hands forward, they're shoulder width apart. And then when you're ready, inhale here, shoot yourself forward, knees stay where they are, and exhale to a little tricep push-up, so your elbows come in. Inhale, press all the way back up, and exhale to your child's pose. So we repeat, inhale, come forward, take this at your own pace, whenever you got it. Exhale, squeeze those elbows in, they touch the ribs. Inhale, come back, and exhale, child's pose. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one on your own. And once you've come all the way back to your child's pose, walk your hands closer to the shoulders and your knees. Bring those hip width apart. Keep your knees underneath the hips as we now reach the arms all the way forward for our heart melting pose. Chin or your forehead rests down here. You can widen the hands as much as you need to make this more possible for your shoulders. And then see if you can really kind of knit your ribs back in. Stretch the arms forward. And breathe into this really big back and shoulder opening. 3 more breaths. And then slowly walk those hands back underneath your shoulders. Immediately, we're probably a lot warmer. So you're into your nice tabletop here. A few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, just to glue that all together. Exhale, round and curl. Look into your belly button. Inhale again, stretch your belly down, your chest to open, you look up, and exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine. 2 more here. Always okay to introduce different movements into this breath here. You can move sideways, figure 8s, you name it, all is fine. But finishing this last breath, And then walking those hands nice and far to the front of the mat, just so there's more room to step back. And we are now in our high plank. And if anything, I want you to even round a little bit into this one today. And so there's this genuine pressing into the upper back muscles and the belly coming up and into the spine. The legs are strong, but then shift a little bit of weight forward to open those collarbones. Take a big breath in here. And then exhale, stretch back. You're in downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. You're either here in stillness or you just start to kind of paddle it out and move it out. Last full round of breath. And then we're quite ready to take those tiny little steps all the way forward. Try and keep those legs straight for as long as you can. And you hang upside down. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Shake it out, tightness, tension, thoughts, sigh. Let it feel good. We don't get this opportunity a lot throughout our day, unless we really remind ourselves how tight we get and then hang upside down for a while. And then slowly with your next breath in, let's curl up to stand. Head and shoulders are the last to come up. Mountain pose, your Tadasana. Roll those shoulders down and back a few rounds. Hand palms face forward. And then that lifting, engaging through the thighs here. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, drawing that in and upwards. Standing nice and tall, nice and strong. Some half sun A's to start. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Hands touch, look up. Exhale, take a forward fold. Forehead to knees, touch the fingertips to the floor. Halfway lift, inhale, flatten the back. Weight more into the toes. And exhale, forward fold again. Repeat, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. And exhale, forward fold again. Last one like that. Inhale. This is such a nice little movement to take when you're stuck. Exhale, at work, behind your desk, or just mornings to wake up the spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Adding on full sun A's. Inhale, rise. Look up, stretch up. Exhale, forward. Halfway lift. Inhale, flatten the back. This time around, step to high plank. And then for the first one, at least take the knees down because we work a little bit of extra strength today as well. Take it halfway down only and hold. Elbows are squeezing into the ribs. Inhale, press back up. And exhale, lower down. All the way this time. Baby Cobra. Shoulders are down and back. Downward facing dog. Really grip your fingertips into the mat. Heels ground down. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, step or a little hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise and stand. Exhale, forward fold. With your own breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back into your plank, grip those fingers, knees down if you like, come halfway down, exhale. Press back, inhale. Belly lifts 2, exhale down. Baby Cobra again, shoulders down and back, squeeze those elbows into the waistline. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's take one more straight away. Step or jump on the exhale. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. Rise, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. And step it back. Maybe knees down, maybe a full plank, but still just halfway only to press back, to lower down. Last one of that. Inhale, take your baby cobra so you can really set those shoulders nice and low, toenails touch. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, step or jump. No sound. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Rise to stand tall. Hands together, Samastitihi, hands center of chest. Take a big breath in. And an exhale out. Okay, no more double chaturangas. Arms rise up, inhale. And then bring your right arm underneath the left arm. So right arm underneath the left arm. If you need to grab the shoulders, if you can grab the hands. Lift the elbows, hug the shoulders down, and sit down into your chair. From there on out, right heel lifts, right thigh over left thigh, and either step your toes on the floor or hook it behind the calf. No knee pain, please. And then stretch those knees forward. Again, lift the elbows, set the shoulders down, and breathe. Drawing through those bandhas, navel to spine. With this length through the spine and your bind through your arms, slowly release the leg only. So foot, then knee, and shoot the right leg back. But we're still binding the arms. And as you shoot the right leg back, you now lift the fingers up to the ceiling and push the elbows forward. Big breath in here. And exhale, step the right foot down behind you. So you have your crescent lunge legs. One more time, those fingers come up. You might look up. Elbows might come up. And exhale, release, come down. High plank, inhale, maybe a three-legged flow. Exhale, lower down. You might go to Cobra or your upward facing dog, but be mindful that the shoulders are low and wide. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, look forward, and quietly step or jump. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand. And exhale, Samastitihi. Take a moment again to find your grounding, your balance, your breath. Inhale, arms reach and rise up. Left arm underneath the right arm. So left arm underneath the right. Grab shoulders if need to, hands if you can. Eagle arms, lift the elbows, shoulders down. Bend through the knees. Left heel lift, left thigh over right thigh. Step the toes or hook. But then part those joints forward. Lift the elbows, shoulders down, ribs in. Spine quite long. It's like we're leaning up against a wall. Breathe. And then unravel that leg only. Send it back. Reach the arms forward, square off the hips. There's this softness in the standing leg, so you can square off the hips better. Reach the fingertips up more, leg higher. Breathe some more. And then soft through the standing leg again as you find yourself to step back. Good, inhale again. Open and lengthen, look up. Find space. No collapsing into the lower back. And exhale, hands release. High plank, maybe right leg hovers. Exhale, lower. Cobra or up dog, shoulders down and back. Downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Basically the longest we've been in a down dog. So a real break. Needless to say, if downward dog is not your break, then you can be in a child's pose. Sigh if that kind of got you out of breath. Very normal. then bring your feet a little closer together. Lift the right leg up, and let's bend the knee and open up here. It's nice to flex those top feet, top heel to your butt, and then see if you can ground the standing heel more down. I often see the standing leg bend now, don't do that. Breathing through, and just for a little bit of strength's sake, but only if it feels like, yeah, possible today, press the floor away. Maybe bring your left forearm down to the floor. Press it back and straighten the leg, inhale. And then knee to nose, exhale, curl around and step the right foot all the way forward. Inhale, reach the right hand up, 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 and over and back. And then reach yourself all the way up, crescent lunge. Relax the shoulders now. If you need to, take a cactus even. That can bring even more softness through the shoulders. Breathe. And then bend the elbows for everyone as we take it into a back bend. Spread wide through the chest, no falling into the lower back. Look up. You can't even see your arms. And exhale, it's that rounding. And then press the full forearms together, elbows included. Look at your belly. Inhale, open like a butterfly. Exhale, round. Curl. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hands down. High plank, inhale, maybe a three-legged flow, maybe knees down. Hey, and if you liked your double chaturanga, you can still do that. So flow your flow. I've given different options, and so it's for you to decide what you do. It's the best part about not practicing in a room full of people. Like, you really kind of truly practice by what your body needs more than looking around the room. But we found our way back to downward dog. Lift the left leg up, inhale, and bend your knee and open it up. Ground the right heel, standing heel down. Lift the left knee more. Straight standing leg. Press the floor away. Maybe right forearm now comes down. And then straighten both the arm and the leg. Inhale. Round tiger curls high as you can. Then step that all the way forward. Left hand reaches forward, up and back. Rotate through the shoulder. And rise. Inhale. Crescent lunge. Draw the shoulders down. Cactus if need to. And again, bend the back knee maybe to iron out the lower back a little more. Another round of breath. Bend your elbows, everyone. Open your heart. Draw the arms out of sight. Look up. And exhale, press the full forearms together, elbows included. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. High plank. Inhale. Choose your option of flow. Every movement has 1 breath. And we meet back in downward facing dog. Right leg to lift. Inhale. Bend your knee and open up. Maybe lower the left forearm down. Straighten the arm and the leg. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Left hand reaches forward, up, inhale. And exhale, back and down. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, come up and take this all the way back with those wings. Exhale, round. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Now, from here on out, step your feet back. Your right foot comes beside the left. Reach the right hand up, side plank, and over. Take another round of breath in. And then exhale, hand down, shift forward and flow. Back bend of choice, as always, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg to lift, breathe in. Bend knee, maybe right elbow, exhale. Straighten both, inhale. Curl and step. Exhale, try and be quiet when we move. Inhale, left hand reaches up. Exhale and back. Then 2 hands up and back, breath in. Exhale. 2 more rounds, entirely your time, your pace. See if you can squeeze the glutes and even express through the fingers. Last round for me here. You're probably either just ahead or just behind me. But hands come down, left foot steps back, side plank. Reach the hands up, that's the left hand, and over. Lift the hips, take another big breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, knees wide, child's pose. Now if your shoulders need a rest, bring your hands back underneath your forehead or beside you even. And if you really like that stretch, of course you can bring the hands forward. I just want to offer you as much rest as possible here before we take that last kind of round of flow. And so you might have heard of the poses Wild Thing and Flip Your Dog. And often enough in a yoga class, they end up looking the same. But that's wrong, because they're not the same. And so we'll take both of these into this next round of flow. And we've done a lot of warm-up towards that. And so if you are absolutely pooped, then just feel free to stay. And you can even hit pause later and do it later. But otherwise, come with me to downward facing dog. And so those feet again, come maybe a little closer. And when you're ready, lift the right leg up, inhale. And then bend your knee and open up, exhale. Feel free to stay if you don't really like the idea of going into Wild Thing or into Flip Your Dog. But otherwise, that right foot that's up into the air, see if you can step that to the outside line of your mat, but kind of towards your butt, so really quite high. Your feet are hip width apart, but obviously one is much further away from the other one. And then it's your left blade of the foot onto the floor and the right ball of the foot, your right heel is up. Now lift your right hand and press and open through the 2 shoulders. Work your back muscles. Stretch the front line of your body. And if you can, let your head fall back. Wild Thing. Take one more big breath in. And then see if you can come back to a 3-legged dog. Inhale. Curl, round, and step without a sound. Exhale. Inhale, right hand forward and up. And exhale behind you. Rise, inhale. We've done this before, we're doing this again. Exhale, round. Touch the elbows as well, close down. Inhale. Maybe your biggest one, last one as well. Exhale. Final round. Inhale. And exhale, hands come down. Come back to a 3-legged dog. Right leg lifts all the way up. Good. Come back to a hip yawn. Bend your right knee. And now the difference between a Wild Thing and a Flip Your Dog is that 2 feet face to the back of the mat and the feet are hip width apart. So this time around, step that right foot nicely beside your left foot. You can still see them. It's kind of like you're going into a wheel. Reach the hips up, open your chest more towards the ceiling, and keep your knees hip width apart. One more big breath in. This is your flip your dog. And exhale, come back. Three-legged dog. You can take a three-legged flow or spring the foot down and finish your flow. To your back bend. To your downward facing dog. 2 breaths here, because I know that can be a lot for the shoulders. And therefore we can get incredibly out of breath. One more big breath. Feel free to sigh that out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, that final round. Left leg up, inhale. Bend your knee and open up, exhale. That wild thing first. So left foot, your top floating foot. Step that as high as you can towards your glutes. And then right a baby toe side touches down. Open and spin and lengthen. Let your head fall back. 3, 2, 1. Try and make it beautiful as you return. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Left hand inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Crescent lunge, 2 hands up, back bend, butterfly. Exhale, round. Squeeze the glutes. 2 more, inhale. Hope that you guys are nice and warm. 2, exhale. Last round, inhale. Exhale. Hands down, left leg back. Three-legged dog to your hip yawn. Plant the right heel down. Spin your 2 feet to the back of your mat, hip width apart. Have a look first, and then lift, thrust the hips up. Spin your chest open more. Look to the front of your mat, basically, but then more forward. 3, 2, 1. Three-legged dog for a flow. Feet down if you're knackered. Skip it all together or bring the knees down. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, belly down, lower. Take a moment here to let your head rest. You might bend your knees and sway from side to side. Really relax through the shoulders though. Head, big breath. And as we open so much through the shoulders, we'll take one more belly down. And so if you can grab your feet, then grab your feet here. If you cannot, then have your legs just straight behind you and come up for your locust. So this is your airplane. You might interlace the fingers for this variation to stay on the shoulder topic. Otherwise, grab your feet, but then walk your hands to your ankles for today. Flex your toes to the back end of your mat. Keep the thighs touching down and lift just through the upper body. So the thighs stay down. This is our baby bow, which I think is so much harder because we've got to press the weight down through the thighs. Good. Open the heart. Squeeze those back muscles together. One more big breath in. And then exhale, lower down. And again, rest for a moment. See if you can really kind of imagine a little back rub right now, a little massage through the shoulders. Big breath in again. And out. And whilst we're on the floor here, slowly begin to extend the left arm out to the left side. And so it's right in line with your shoulder. If you don't have space like I just didn't have, then please move to where you can extend the arm. The hand palm is flat down to the floor. I'm looking to the right side, and then I'll roll over and step my right foot behind me. My head is down. Let the side of your head rest down. You might stay here or reach the right hand and let the back of the hand rest onto your lower back. And then just breathe, eyes closed. A nice minute here. If this is sharp or painful, then please lie as much as you need to onto your back. You do not need to roll all the way over. So listen to yourself. See if you can relax the jaw. Smile maybe through the eyes and the forehead, so thoughts, facial features, it all softens. And then your nervous system follows, calming and grounding. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Now if your right hand is on the lower back, please bring that back to the floor first so you can support yourself as you come lie down onto your stomach. And we'll change sides, so right hand out to the right. Have a look that it's exactly in line with the shoulder before you look to the left and step the left foot behind you. Maybe left hand onto the lower back. Maybe you keep it forward in front of your face for support, but let your head be down. Relax into this. Again, if it's tense or tight or sharp or painful, then you've really gone too far and never want to upset the shoulders. Last 2 breaths. Left hand in front of your face to support yourself as you roll down and back onto the stomach. Interlace the fingers behind you, or if you can't, reach the arms beside you. And one last time, bring it together and open them together. Squeeze the legs a little closer, maybe lift everything off the floor. 1 more breath in. And exhale, bring this down. Come up onto the knees. You can double or triple pad your mat. And since we're at home, you might also pop a pillow underneath your knees, and that's fine as well. Bring your hands into the lower back with your fingers facing down, like you're about to slide them into pockets. See if you can squeeze the elbows back as well, and have that sense of tucking the tailbone, but lengthening out of the spine. So push the pubic bone forward. Lift your heart up, look up, you might stay there. You might be able to push it further forward, but avoid kind of creating a straight line going backwards. So keep pushing the hips forward. Lift the heart, push it forward. Maybe some of you might be able to grab your heels for 3, 2, 1. Come out safely, slowly. Sit down. Let your hands rest. Take a sigh. You are welcome to take another one if you know that you needed that. It takes away some bloating. It's amazing for your organs, and needless to say, for the back and the shoulders. But if you have had enough, just stay here with me and we ground and we calm, and otherwise just take 1 more camel. We have about 10 seconds. For my camel second round, slowly make your way back out. Come to sit down. Be mindful of your posture, but find some softness still in the shoulders. You might take a little sway, a little movement here. Good, I'll just face you guys, but stay wherever you need to stay. I'll slowly then begin to bring my hands down to the floor. You might bring flexion or two fists down besides you. So really hug it down as we sit our very tallest. And then bring right ear to right shoulder. Keep hugging those two shoulders down. And take kind of half circles there towards that right side. And then come back. Right ear, right shoulder, pull especially that left hand down, but both hands pull them down. And then slowly bring your head up, shoulders roll down and back, pull those two hands down, bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Start your half circle there. With kindness, with ease, nothing too forceful. And again, left ear to left shoulder. Notice if you're starting to sag here. So tall into our seat. Shoulders back, hands push down. You're still breathing, but quite unmanaged. You might take some breath in and out through the mouth, especially those sighs out. And then slowly bring your head up. Shoulder roll down and back again as you come to sit down. Bring the soles of the feet together for your little butterfly here. And with little, I mean, we'll make it kind of a short one. So heels into the pubic bone here. Grab those feet, or if you're feeling quite flexible through the hips, I am not today for some reason, but then you grab your elbows behind you as you forward fold. But otherwise, grab your feet and let yourself forward fold. Some days your hips might feel better than other days, or maybe you're just like, hips are never my thing, and that's fine too. And we practice, right? Try and be mindful to soften through the shoulders. So yes, we're kind of rounding and falling, but not by hugging the shoulders into the air. See if you can still separate them like you are a giraffe or a turtle. One more big breath here. And then rising up through the spine, extending your legs forward slowly. Make sure already that you have room to go back. Draw in through your abs as we sit into our staff pose. This is the same idea as our Tadasana, but it feels so much harder. And so there's a lot of muscles working, but we're simply sitting. The legs touch the floor, the spine is long, shoulders back, and you have a super tall spine. If you need to, you can absolutely bend the knees a little, especially if you feel like it gets into the lower back otherwise. Shoulders down and back. Try and flatten the hands as close as you can to the floor. Hold for 5. Can you grow taller? 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms forward and come halfway back. Draw the shoulders back, belly in. Come 3/4 back. Come back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then slowly coming back to set the soles of the feet to the floor. And we'll take again a butterfly. So Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees to widen. This might be more accessible than the seated variation. Hand to heart, hand to belly to begin with. A few big breaths. And slowly bring your arms into a cactus. That means that bend from the elbow. Your fingertips face upwards to the top of your mat. And set your knees back towards the ceiling, soles of the feet to the floor. We haven't twisted very much, so I'll give you 2 different options. One is a lot more kind of relaxed and open than the other. So let your knees spin towards whichever side calls out to you first. I'm going to the left side first, but do what you need to do. So it's either just knees on top of each other, the two shoulders and arms are still touching down, or you cross the right over the left thigh and then go to the left side. And that makes it a lot more intense, but see if you're warm enough for that. I do not want any pain into the lower back or into the knees. Close your eyes. So nice to come to this point where you know there's nothing crazy anymore. No more double chaturangas, no more camel, no more flip your dog or wild thing. But sometimes this can be the hardest point, to just be still. Three more breaths. And slowly return back. Keep your hands into cactus, but bring your hips back to the middle of the mat. And take exactly the same spine twist, but to the other side. So either two knees on top of each other, or a left thigh over the right, and the knees to the right. Try to avoid rolling off the mat or having a shoulder lift. So find that grounding. Even that means that your knees are not rolling fully over. That's okay. Can you soften the jaw, the brow, and then can you lower the breath still into the waistline, the belly, the lower back, maybe even the hips. Last two breaths. Coming back. Set your hips back to the middle of the mat. You just sway a little bit or take a happy baby. Really nice to do at the end as well. Press the sacrum down, the glutes down. You sway, you move, make it feel good. And then take a deep breath in wherever you are. And exhale, start to straighten the leg forward, the legs forward. If you'd like to put on something or have a sip of water, then do it now as we're setting up for our final savasana. So get your most comfortable self. Take up a bit of space, hug the glutes together, then the shoulders, scapula nestle together. Be mindful on how the shoulders are feeling now. Can you nestle and shimmy them away from the ears? And get that sense of lightness, but so grounded and also quite heavy in the floor at the same time. It is lightness in terms of stress, in terms of holding on to anything, but it's heavy into that sleepiness, into that falling into the floor. Take a wiggle through the hands, the fingers, as we might get so tight sometimes, and then hold on to that for longer. Same as the jaw, wiggle, stretch your face like you're screaming, pull it together. And lastly, lick your lips. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go. Whenever the mind wanders off, which will happen, it is just who we are. Be kind about it and just let that be an invitation to come back, an opportunity to bring yourself back to mindful listening, observing. And time after time, just scan your body. Find maybe tension and then soften. And listen and feel the liveliness beneath the skin. The ever-changing sensations. Just observing. Our last couple of minutes here. last minute, really breathing still deep into the belly. Maybe your entire mind focuses on the breath. Begin to invite yourself to gently wake up. Little movements, just be really spontaneous today, whatever you feel like. And same as for getting off the floor to a seat. Any way you'd like. Your traditional rolling to a side, or gently rocking forwards and backwards. And any kind of seat. Once you are in a seat, no rush. Hands come together, thumbs center up chest. Inhale, grow a little taller. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, press and round. Chin to chest, lean back. Inhale, reach the hands up and back. And exhale, back through heart center. Thank yourself and continue to remind yourself of good posture. Yogis, thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Namaste.